provisions inside. Double the wall guards, seal the gate. Now!
Why should I share the tribe's provision?
So should we not take on fresh provisions?
Yeah, provision for my fees was included.
He was bringing in some provisions. Ramon's got
I'm
him now.
going, sir, to Piccadilly, sir, to start a provision merchants.
Going short on...
The amount of provisions required for their journey.
Sufficient provisions to see us through the winter. And
To here, my lord! Bring the food and provisions inside. Double the wall guards, seal the gate. Now!
Can't chew the leather anymore. So why should I share the tribe's provisions? I mean,
West by south.
All hands! Make sail! So should we not take on fresh provisions? Those tortoises would make very good eating.
Mr. Mowat, there's not a moment to lose.
I represent the deceased.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, a provision for my fees was included in the...
Just wrap it up and don't make waves.
They grabbed him outside the village. He was on his way to this mine. He was bringing in some provisions. Ramon's got him now. He's being tortured, but he won't talk. I know him.
Sir?
What are you doing?
I'm going, sir, to Piccadilly, sir, to start a provision merchants. It isn't much, sir, but it's a cut above emptying
Resolution. After months of sweating yourself dizzy and growing short on provisions and finding nothing, you finally come down to 15,000 and 10.
Provisions aboard and ready to lower away, sir! Lower away!
The Takora crew, having greatly underestimated the amount of provisions required for their journey, solved the problem by throwing 50 people overboard.
And there is not a town within 300 miles with sufficient provisions to see us through the winter. And that is if we had the means to purchase them. We
are owned by the mother of Confederate courier John Surratt. And provisions have been sent ahead to the home of Dr. Samuel Mudd, which lies along the escape route to Richmond.
Go all night and catch the rise at dawn! Provision the horses! Alexander!
He's requesting a supply drop for Dawson's men. Winter's coming. They need gear and provisions.
Ship it out. Where's Nelson?
Not sure.
To school, they're scared, and I don't blame them. So I'm implementing the emergency provision of the Philadelphia Code. We're gonna lock this city down. Starting now, no one...
Mr. Bruder found a pond and we filled your canteens. And I put some provisions in your squirrel bag. You know, lots of things with food energy, like...
Dice que el camión lleva provisiones. Okay. So you got just what we need.
We've already checked with your carrier, Mr. Archibald. There are no provisions in your policy for a procedure of this magnitude.
oh, no. That's a mistake.
Provisions will be made to evacuate them to mountain locations.
What provisions have you made to protect us when the panic starts?
I haven't thought...
Pipes out this far. Let's see what they taught you. Provisions?
Yes, sir. A month's worth of meat, raisins, sugar, and pickles.
My friend here stands to lose a considerable sum of money.
Not at all. I made provision for precisely that sort of eventuality.
Oh, Tommy, old man, you couldn't possibly have foreseen this.
No, but I did expect some...
We can't ignore the facts.
The facts come. You know the facts, which are the Mutiny Act's provisions. At sea, in time of war, an impressed man strikes his...
Well played.
A lot of names in that book. Anything happened to me, I make provisions.
What about, pigs?
Oh, and provisions. Food.
What are you doing? Make for the refuge of Helm's Deep. Do not burden yourself with treasures. Take only what provisions you need.
Helm's Deep. They flee to the mountain.
The great hunter had almost forgotten to feed his family and make provision for the coming winter. Only one thought occupied his mind.
Was there anything in that will that made provision for you?
Not a line.
But then it...
Can't go up that way. It's almost straight up. Straight up is best sometimes.
We have to carry up supplies, a stretcher, a radio, even a doctor in case there's someone left alone.
Can the potion be used?
I'll order a ship to be provisioned at once.
We'll need your design for the giant crossbow.
You shall have camels, horses, an armed escort, provisions,
desert vehicles, and tanks.
Clarence Frederick Alderbury, in the name of Her Majesty the Queen and under the provisions of the Criminal Code of Canada, you are charged with procuring a child, to wit, Jean
Yes, I've considered that. I've made some provisions in my will for some charities. Miguel will need a lawyer. I know it's not your area.
I know where the permanently claim is. I'm uninjured, well provisioned, and we agreed to separate.
In conscience, you cannot side our agreement.
Will we ever manage to deal in a rational manner with these damn supply problems?
Estimates were established on the basis of 10,000.
We resupply with the probe, pick up whatever provisions we need, and now we're accelerating towards Mars.